Let's move on to the you can say to the next classification of the bony fishes, because we did the general characters, we did in comparison, you know. So here, if you see in this chapter, are shown food fishes. This is very important. You mostly get a question in which you have to write down the names of the food fishes, so you should must know. They are freshwater food fishes also, we have marine food fishes also. So like labio rohita, which is rohu, labio kalbasu, which is kalbasu, katla katla, and this is the sirhina, mistus, velegoattu. So carp. So all these are the ones which are the freshwater food fishes. Whereas the marine water food fishes names are hilsa, anguilla, salmon. Okay, the Bombay duck, which is called as a harpodon, and then you can say pomfret, है ना? So you should know the names of these. You can say both these. Please learn them, because mostly you get a question. Now next is the unique features of the bony fishes. You should know that there are present ganoid, tenoid, or cycloid, either of the three types of scales. The tail fin is homocircle, and the presence of two chambered venous and branchial heart. Gill slits are covered by operculum. Swim bladder. Swim bladder is a very important character of these bony fishes, and they show a monotelism. Now let's move on to the classification. We are going to move to the classification. The classification of the bony fishes is little vast, but doesn't matter. You can do it in a tabulated manner also. The class Ostrich is divided into two subclasses. We have Actinopterygii and we have the Sarcopterygii. Okay, so you can say in the subclass Actinopterygii we have you can say Coenistes. Okay, and the other one is the Sarcopterygii. So let's see. And the differences are based in these two classes on the basis of fins, olfactory sacs, air bladder, and the tail fin. The nature of the fins in the first one, Coenichythes. So here you can say paired fins from they have the paired fins present here, also paired fins with the broad base, with the narrow base. Here they are supported by radiating dermal rays. They are supported by jointed skeleton. They are called as the ray finned fishes. So you should know that the Actinopterygii have the ray finned fishes, whereas this Sarcopterygii has the lobe finned fishes. They are called as because their fins are lobe like, so we call them lobe finned fishes. And the tail is homocircle. It can be homocircle or heterocircle, whereas the tail fin is diphycircle. I have talked about these the meaning of these terms when we were doing the general characters. You can see there. Now coming to the olfactory sacs. Now here the olfactory sacs do not open in the buccal cavity, so internal nares are not there, absent. Now here the you can say olfactory sacs, they open to the buccal cavity, so internal nares are present here. Now coming to the air bladder, the type, this is the hydrostatic organ which is present in Actinopterygii. Now here they are modified into single or double lung. So now let's just move on to the subclass Actinopterygii in detail. Now coming to the Actinopterygii, which are the ray-finned fishes. This we have again intra classes. They are called as the chondrostei, holostei, and teleostei. Okay. Now coming to the subclasses of Actinopterygii. Now this is based upon the scales, the type of tail fins, the endoskeleton, intestinal spiracle. So the scales. Now you can see I told you that there are three types of scales. Now we are dividing them into different infra classes. So out of these, canoid are present in chondrostei. Holostei have ganoid or cycloid scale, whereas cycloid or tenoid scales are present in teleostei. Now the tail fin. The tail fin here is heterocircle. Here it is homo heterocircle. Here is homocircle. Actually, this is just a matter of learning. You can, because this if you do it in the comparative manner, the things become easy to learn. Endoskeleton made up of cartilages. This is ossified. This is largely ossified. Now intestine with the spiral valve present. You are doing in the second paper, so you know these are the ones which have the spiral valve present. Yeah, here in Holiostei, it is the vestigial spiral valve, whereas the teleostei don't have the spiral valve present. Spiracle is present here in both these, it is absent. Now coming, this was the you can say coming to this infra class. We are going to move to each one of them. Now infra class chondrosteum. Now in the chondrosteum we have two orders, because we have to go up to orders. So the first one is the first order is called as the polypteriforms. The another one is acipenseriforms. Now polypteriforms example is Polypterus, whereas this acipenseriforms example is accipenser. So name is based upon the name of the animal is based upon the order only. Now the division is based upon the different fins or the tail fin or the exoskeleton. Here you can see the dorsal fin is divided into many finlets. Here it is undivided. It is, you can say, five circle tail fin, heterocircle. Exoskeleton is formed of ganoid scales. This is formed up of the longitudinal rows of bony and keeled plates. Here they are called as scutes, which are the modified. You can also say that instead of this you can also say modified ganoid scales will be fine. Example I have just given you, SC pencil. Here another one is polydon also. Now coming to the these sturgeons, this sturgeon, this one accipenser is a connecting link. So you should always know wherever I've written, or wherever it is written connecting link, that you have to learn this. This is between the cartilaginous fishes and the bony fishes. So this is, the sturgeons are the connecting link between both type of fishes, because they have the characters like cartilaginous fishes. There's ventral mouth, heterocircle tail, fin, spiracle, and many cartilages. Like bony fishes, they have the bones present, ganoid scales, and single dorsal fin. Okay, so this is a sturgeons, which is a connecting link. Now the holiostyi, we are at this one. Now the infra class holiostyi, this you can say it includes intermediate ray fin fishes. So this classification is based upon the type of you can say fins present. So here we have two orders, Lepidosteriforms, it is Lepizostiforms and Emiforms. So Lepizostiforms example is it is Sterns, sorry. And here we have Emiforms, the example is Amia. Another name is Gar pike also. It is Lepizosterns. Now this is based upon the snout, the dorsal fin, and the scales. Here we have ganoid, and here we have cycloid fin. You can say scales. Now dorsal fin, here the dorsal fin is the fin which is present on this side. So this is the dorsal side of the animal. This is the ventral. So these now here, this is what I'm talking, that the dorsal fin is you can say small size and posterior in position, whereas in emiforms it is large size and extends from middle of back to the tail fin. So it means it is going to start from here, from middle, and is merges with the tail fin. Okay, so that type of difference is there. Now snout, elongated snout, rounded snout in emiforms, and jaws form beak. So when they together form beak, which is not present here, and the jaws have are armed with teeth also. Okay, so which help in feeding as well as in catching the prey. Now this the last one is the most elaborate infra class teleostyi. You can see all, it has so many orders. So here you can see infra class teleostyi. You can say these include advanced ray finned fishes. 90% of the fish fauna is teleostyi, and there are 30 orders. Can you imagine 30 orders? So you can say order Anguilliforms. All right, so here we have this Anguilla, eel like organism. The body is snake like, scaleless. Dorsal, ventral, and caudal fins are continuous. Pectoral fins are reduced. Then we have the order Siluriforms. Under Siluriforms, scaleless fishes come. Example is misters, the catfishes. Okay, and Cypriniforms, and the rest of the points you can read also, because it is based upon the type of scales which are present. Cypriniforms example is you can say Sirhinia. This is the labio. Labio comes in Cypriniforms. Okay, and Katla also. Then Gastrostiforms. The Gastrostiforms, the hippocampus, seahorse, you must have seen. Okay, the snout is tubular and has a terminal mouth present. Then we have Atherniforms. Atherniforms example is Exocetus, flying fish. Okay, flying fish which can jump into the air on the support of the hypobasic tail and glides in air. You must have seen in TV also. Now you can say this support of parachute like pectoral fin. With the help of that they can jump also out of water, and the type of scales on their body are cycloid, and you can see head and the opercle are present. Then we have perciforms. In this we have anabas or the climbing perch, cycloid scales present. So you can write in short that the body has cycloid scales present and spiny fin rays. Then we have the example I've given you, the sucker fish or the echinus. Then we have tetradontiforms. Under tetradontiforms we have diodon, porcupine fish, and you can say the mouth is bounded by dental plates. Type of scales are cycloid scales. Example, Tetradon, which is the globefish. Okay. Then ostracea, which is the boxfish. This belongs to this. Then we have the lophiforms. Under lophiforms, we have Lophius, which is the anglerfish. You can say with the scaleless body. Then we have nectiforms. Under nectiforms, scaleless body, no scales, both eyes are present on the same. This is different. See, both eyes of the animal are present on the same side, and dorsal, ventral, and caudal fins are continuous. They have reduced caudal fins. Now here you can say paired fins are reduced. Sorry, example is solia. So solia is almost this type of fish. We have specimen. So here you can see both the eyes. You can see both the eyes are present on one side only. So this is you can say they are shifted on the left side because they are mostly found you can say on the floor, sea floors. So they want to gather more light. The one of the sides remains on the lower side, so for that, in order to get more light, the both eyes shifted to one side only. Example is solia. Then this another order is order Ophiocephaliforms. Under Ophiocephaliforms we have Ophiocephalus. This is a snake-headed fish. Now body is covered by cycloid scales, anal fins, dorsal and anal fins are long size. So they have accessory respiratory organs also present. Then order Clupiforms. Under Clupiforms we have Hilsa, salmon. So this is very important. Salmon and the pike, and you can say these type of fishes. There here also body has cycloid. Here also cycloid. Here also cycloid. Dorsal, pectoral, and pelvic fins are very small sized. Tail fin is homocircle. So the another one example is the cheetle fish. So and then you can say the last one, the subclass Sarcopterygii. Under Sarcopterygii we have order Crossoterygii and order Dipnoe. So under Crossoterygii, the you can say the classification is based upon the air bladders, internal layers. Here you can say this hydrostatic organ present, this is modified to wings, to sorry lungs. So now this is South American lungfish. So like the this is Lepidosiren and the Protopterus. African lungfishes belong to this. Whereas here the swim bladder or the air bladder is present, internal layers absent, here they are present. Jaw suspension, hyostylic, autostylic. I gave you the meaning of these in the beginning. Spiracles are present, here they are absent. Scroll valve is present, here it is absent. Examples I have given you. So you can say, and these examples, please do these also. The main differences between cartilaginous and nus fishes and the bony fishes. This is based upon their habitats, exoskeleton. I think you can do these. They are very easy because we have done all of them. The important ones I'll just tell you. Swim bladder absent, here they are present. They are always marine, they can be both marine or freshwater. Okay, and then you can see they have the scroll valve, here it is absent. Number of gill slits 5 to 7 pairs, here there are 4 pairs. So do all these. Here you can see the dorsal fin is, they are always 2 in number. Here there's a single dorsal fin. Okay, and caudal fin is mostly heterocircle, here it is homocircle. So I think you will learn these points also. So with that we complete